Hey guys, Vlad here, Scouting Central. Just wanted to make a quick video for you guys. You haven't heard from me since the day after the draft ended, or the actual day that the draft ended, that Saturday. And I had a lot of soul searching to do with this whole thing. I was pretty angry after the draft. But just finished watching The Pick Is In with Chris Ballard and the Colts, the little series that they do every year. And to see the process behind it all, it just it goes to show why I have faith in Chris Ballard and to begin with. Um, they don't just go off of talent like I do. Of course I don't get paid to do it, so I mean that's the thing here. But they do get paid to do this, and so maybe I need to have a little more faith in the players that they choose to bring into our team. Guys that aren't going to be in the media all the time, for the wrong reasons, or guys that aren't going to be hurt all the time. And I mean, every team's going to go through injuries, but so I guess I rushed to judgment, and I shouldn't have. But I wanted to go through the different players that I do see a little bit of promise in, and I'm hoping pan out. First off, Michael Pittman. Okay, I was not a big Michael Pittman fan at all. Like, I had Denzel Mims ahead of him, and Mims went 20 some odd picks later, and I was pretty angry about that. But you know, um, Pittman does have size. He's got speed. He wins the 50-50 balls. But there's this thought out there that SC receivers never pan out. And I find myself believing that sometimes because I've seen it over and over and over again. Matter of fact, the only receiver that I can think of off the top of my head that succeeded is Juju Smith-Schuster, and his only good season was with Antonio Brown there. So it's hard to not believe that that stigma. You know what I mean? To feel like Michael Pittman's just gonna fail before he even gets a shot, and that's wrong for me to rush to judgment like that. I need to give him a shot. So here's hoping that he's going to pan out and he's going to be a beast. I'm going to give him a shot. Jonathan Taylor. I love Jonathan Taylor. I loved him before the draft. He was my favorite running back in the draft. The only reason that pick made me mad was because I am the biggest Marlon Mack fan. And I don't want Jonathan Taylor coming in to ruin Marlon Mack's chances of being re-signed next year. I don't want Chris Ballard to let him walk just because we got Jonathan Taylor. I mean, we've drafted 3 or 4 running backs in the last 3 years. I just didn't feel like it was a team need, even though I love the guy, I love the player. So, I mean, the guy's a beast. He's been overworked, yes. I did say that in my last video, and it's true. He has been way overworked at Wisconsin, but if you look at their team, that's all they had. So they kind of had to. But Julian Blackman, I didn't know him. I didn't know the kid. I've watched countless hours of video of this guy since the draft, and I can say for absolute certainty he's got skills. The thing that bothers me is that he's not going to be ready to go until at least October. So he's going to miss a couple months of his rookie season right off the bat, and we took him in the 3rd round. Sometimes I just feel like maybe the scouts in Indy fall in love with the player and they jump to get him a little too quick. Of course, I felt like that with Darius Leonard too, and we see what happened there. I am so thankful that they did that. I thought we could get Leonard in the third round. I was mad that we didn't take Josh Jackson, the cornerback out of Iowa, I believe it was. Anyway, so Blackman probably going to replace Malik Hooker. We've already declined the fifth-year option on Hooker, who can't play a full season anyway. And to be honest, I never wanted Hooker. So I guess we'll see what happens with that. Last year we drafted Kari Willis, and I didn't know him either. And he reminds me of Earl Thomas. So this video is kind of going to be all about me being wrong, I'm thinking. At least it's going that way so far. But I don't mind that. I don't mind being wrong. As long as the team wins and we're doing good, I don't mind being wrong. I will always take that over being right and losing constantly, because that's a rabbit hole you just don't want to go down. You don't want to hope that your team loses every year just so you can get a higher pick, because what does that do for you? Sure, you love draft day, but then that 3 days is over, and then what? You know what I mean? I love the draft just as much as anybody else, and I would love to have the first pick every year, but I'd like to win a little bit too. So, the fourth pick, Jacob Eason, the one pick that I did love, and I loved this kid ever since I started scouting last year. I think he can be a franchise quarterback. And, I mean, that's not to say that he will be, but, I mean, he's got the talent. He's got the arm talent. He's got the size. We just need to work on his accuracy a little bit. But you know what? With Frank Reich as a coach, who better to have? You know what I mean? So that kid fell into a great spot with Brissett and Rivers both only having 1 year on their deals here. So, I'd still love to sign another veteran for next year just to give him another year to learn or whatnot. Maybe Dalton will be released after this year, or maybe Trubisky next year. Who knows? Take a 1 year flyer on somebody just to give Eason another year to sit and learn. That might be good for him. We'll see. After that, Danny Pinter. So this is one of the picks that I was most pissed about. And Ballard actually went on tape saying that they tried for over a half an hour to move up to get this kid. And I went back and I watched everything on him. He killed the combine. The kid can run, and he can be a pulling guard. Like, I might have really been wrong about this guy. And the reason that I didn't want him is because Netani Mutai was still sitting there when we picked him. And I had Mutai rated as a second or third round prospect. And this was, fifth round. So, yeah. And then we took Pittman, the receiver. And the kid's got size, he's got speed. The only knock on him is that he drops a lot of passes. So we'll see what happens. I mean, he's not going to be asked to come in and be one of our top guys anyway. He'll probably be fourth or fifth guy on the depth chart. So, I mean, depth is good, you know what I mean? And it'll bring out the best in other players as well. It'll push guys like Pittman to be better. So we'll see. And then the last guy, we got a special teams expert. This guy will probably make the team no matter what, because he is a special teams superstar, Glasgow. And that's probably what he'll be for us. He'll never be a linebacker just because he doesn't have the size, but he can be a special teams nightmare. And I actually like the pick a lot. I did miss one guy. What was his name? Rob Windsor. This is the one guy that I feel isn't going to make the team. I still feel this way. He's not going to make the team. He just doesn't have the size to play defensive tackle. He just doesn't. And what's he going to do? Defensive end, he's not quick enough. So I still don't understand that pick. But I don't remember who else was there when we made that pick. So, yeah, we'll just go with it. See what happens. Anyways, if you guys liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys later.
You're in.
How you like me now?